Good day everyone, it is Krebs Coho, your host and server owner, Krebs Coho. So it's been quite a while since the last update, and I've worked on the server quite a bit as well. So I'm going to be showing you guys my progress thus far. Everything that you see here was created by my two hands, so my hands on my mouse and my keyboard. And it has taken many hours and still going to take many hours to actually completing this server for you guys. So let's get on to the show. Right, I believe the last time I finished off or showed you guys an update, it was actually showing the fight or die, the PvP arena that we're gonna have. So I'll show you guys what else I've been working on. And just before we actually carry on, I'm gonna set it to daytime, as in mid-morning. So actually early morning. So time set 100. There it goes, morning again, and I have a feeling it's going to start raining because I still need to configure this. So yes, it's starting to rain, and back to sun time. So here we go. This is the town that we started off with. This is probably going to give you guys a different perspective because it looks a whole lot nicer with these shaders. This is the town. That is the castle. This is the big arch. Now let's get on to showing off some of the important stuff. Oh, maybe I should start off with what's going on in the distance over here, since that has completely changed. If you guys remember in the previous updates, I mentioned that we'd have this big mountain in the center, and don't get me wrong, we're still going to have this sort of mountainish thing, but it's completely changed. I'm having an overhaul of this mid area. What you'll notice with the map, this is the map so far, I'm having a complete overhaul of the main islands. Not a complete one, I mean, I'm still keeping a lot of the main features, but I'm cutting out a lot of the forest, and I'm changing the mountain. The reason being is because I want the server to have a proper area, a start off point. And I noticed a lot of servers that I've logged onto just to see what they're like, they have quite epic sort of introductions, and I thought the server would actually need something like that so that people would get hooked on it right away. And you know what, I came up with an absolutely brilliant idea. What I'm gonna have is this sort of big mountain here with this gigantic crater in the center, and there's also gonna be a lake in here. So this big sort of lake with staircases leading down to the main area. And basically what's going to happen is, I've still got to work on this, but let's fly up all the way there. I'm slowly ascending up into the stratosphere here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a floating island above the sky. You'll only be on this island once, and that will be when you first spawn the server. You only, this will be the introduction, so you only will be here once. It'll be a floating island essentially, and it'll look really nice. It'll look almost godlike in a way, and it's gonna introduce you guys, saying that your journey is basically ahead of you, and when you're ready you can jump off. And basically there's going to be a wee platform at the end of this island where it'll say, you know, the sign saying, you know, your journey is about to begin, and then you'll just jump off and you'll be falling down through the sky. Falling, imagine, if you will, and there will be a big lake here, and poof, you just crash right into it, into the lake, big splash, and that will be your journey started. You'll be most inclined to swim forward onto the dry land, and you'll come across this wee sort of break between the mountain here, the mountain pass, and you'll notice a staircase where you'll be able to just go down here. A trail will lead you straight on to the town, and I think that's going to be quite an epic sort of a start for every single person, just jumping off right through the sky as if they were sort of born from the heavens, if that makes sense, and then their journey will begin. Right, and so that's going to be the start of it. Now, what is the server going to be like? Well, I've had a lot of thinking about what the server is going to be like, and I'm going to make it completely free roam. As in, this island won't be destructible, the beginning one, but my idea is that everything else outside of this main island will be destructible. You guys can tarnish it, build whatever you want. So there's that sort of idea of restriction, not like the old server where, you know, you guys are going rampant and just destroying everything. That's why I had to just make this server, because it was just becoming out of control. So there's going to be this area which is sort of untouchable, whilst everything around this main island will be destructible, and you guys can create whatever you want. And so it's going to become a land where you guys shape it as you see fit. Also, the thing is, I'm not going to have any properties out with this island, as in you guys will be able to build anywhere. Now that might bring a question into your minds. Now, does that mean people are going to be able to destroy my house? Well, certainly so. Whatever you build, people will be able to destroy. And the whole idea behind the server is it's going to be a realism server. So basically, whatever you build, people will be able to destroy. Now, how are you going to be able to keep your stuff protected? Well, you're going to have to form alliances with people, as in you guys are going to have to protect these areas yourselves, okay? So that will obviously promote alliances, things like that, so that, it makes sense in my head that if you want to protect your stuff, you're going to have to form these groups to protect each other. And then if you want to destroy other people's stuff, well, you're probably going to have to form groups as well. And it's going to bring in a whole perspective of realism. The death penalties are going to be also very harsh here. So it's going to be that if you die, you're going to lose a lot of experience, for example. You're going to lose your items and stuff like that. So you're going to have to think probably multiple times before you actually move on somebody and just destroy something that belongs to them, or try to even kill someone. Because what is going to be the impact of that? If you try to kill someone, well, they're going to be trying to kill you afterwards. If you try to destroy their stuff, well, they're going to try to find you, destroy your stuff, kill you, so on and so forth. And so these implications are going to be long-standing. If you disturb someone, well, then if you get killed, for example, then, that's going to be a big loss on your part, right? So it's going to bring a lot of realism. You guys are going to have to form alliances if you want to protect your stuff. I'm going to put in a lot of different features like NPC bodyguards to help protect your stuff whilst you're gone. Now, let's actually focus on some other stuff that I've been working on. So all of that stuff is not complete in the center of the island. I'm still working on that. I've been working on some other things. So let's take a look at an island that I've been working on out with of this area. So let's head on this direction. I know it's going to take a bit of time, and this is another thing that I wanted to focus on the server, is the longevity of just traveling between places. The sort of feel that I wanted the server to get was sort of like the Wind Waker, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. As in, it take literally 15 minutes to cross the map. I want it to be sort of like that. There's going to be so much distance, and there's going to be, that's going to give a lot of opportunity for a lot of people to be on the server, and just this free roam aspect of it. So here is the next island that I've been working on. I've still got to put in trees and flora and such, but the general shape is here. This is going to be a free island for you guys to do whatever you like. You can build houses on it, you can do whatever. I've also included a dungeon in here, and this is going to be one of many dungeons that I'm going to be put in. This, however, will not be destructible. Reason being because I've put a lot of effort into this, and it's not going to be destructible. Whatever you guys put down is going to be destructible, okay? So here we go. This is going to be, it's sort of like a jumping quest, if anything. It's a jumping quest down to a dungeon, and the rewards of actually getting to the bottom is going to be pretty good, because you're going to have monsters down there that are going to give you more experience, better items, so on and so forth, because that is the whole benefits of putting that risk, putting that effort, right? So here we go. For example, caution, falling rocks ahead. Caution, leave your valuables. Why? Because it's a very, very dangerous trip down below. I think if anything, I should just show you guys quickly. I tried to get this atmosphere of a very, very dark dungeon below lots of lava, right? You have two directions to go. So for example, if you head down this way, you'll see that's very, very dark. You won't be able to place down your own torches or anything. It's very, very dark. So you've got to sort of manage, how am I going to get down there? You see all these sort of fences, these linings, these platforms, and you guys are going to have to figure it out yourselves. So for example, oh, okay, actually, no, I didn't fail. There's going to be many routes to get down there. I'm not actually going to spoil it, how to get down here. So if I just fly down, for example, here's the dungeon still in progress. So a lot of stuff you'll notice in this in the server is still work in progress. I leave a lot of things half finished, just because I don't know, that's the sort of person I am. When it comes to working on servers, I have a bit of ADD, attention deficit, and so I just work on multiple things at the same time. But eventually down here, there's going to be a lot of rock formations, and I'm going to expand this into tunnels, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Just what's going to be down here. The jump quest itself, you won't be able to kill people. Actually, I'm not sure. I need to think about this a bit more. I'm thinking maybe if you'll be able to kill people when they're doing jump quests. I know that down here you'll be able to kill people when you're down in the dungeon. But anyway, so that is the jump quest I've worked on, this wee dungeon over here, and I have absolutely no idea where I'm going at the moment. So I believe the sun's going to go down pretty soon, so let's set it over again, and I'll quickly change it to sun time over here. And let's now head over back to the island, because I've been working on some stuff on the island. You also notice a lot of stuff like these weird formation of biomes and such. I'm gonna have to fix that with plugins. Thankfully, since the last server update, and actually just a long time ago since the last server, you can actually change biomes, I believe, now with certain plugins. So that's been a major step forward into working on the server. I'm going to be able to change these biomes into the correct sort of stuff, so you won't have this random ice around here and stuff like that. So don't worry about that at the moment. So what else have I've been working on? Well, I've actually extended this island completely, the main island. It's probably about twice as large now, if anything. So let's head on down this direction. Still lots of work going into progress. So it's a bit beyond this center mountain over here. So let's head on down this direction. You'll notice that there's no trees yet. I'm going to be changing all these trees to jungle. It's going to be a big jungle over here. There's kept that bridge. There's a nice tunnel that runs that direction. And here we go. So this is going to be a jungle eventually. I've put in rock formations and all this nice stuff. But here is what I really wanted to show you guys, what I've been working on. There's a sort of deserty area here. So imagine, if you will, you just come out of a jungle and you realize, oh, there's a beach here and some desert. So we start heading down this direction, crossing this wee shallow river that you'll be able to fight monsters and such through. There'll be tons of monsters and such along this direction. And eventually you come over these rolling hills of sand, these sand dunes, and you come across this ancient ruins, if anything, and it makes you wonder, what the hell is this? And I put a lot of effort into actually doing this today. I actually pretty much done all of these ruins today by myself. And you'll notice the detail. I mean, from afar, it doesn't look like anything. It just looks like stone, but you'll notice a lot of detail that I've put in when you start fighting amongst everything here. And there's going to be monsters in between these ruins of these houses, and you'll be able to fight with your teammates to take down these monsters and such. And it'll be absolutely great, in my opinion, to be able to do that. Oh, we got more rain over here, so let me just change that again. And there we go. And so that is done, and just going to show you guys a little bit more of it. This open circle over here, what were these ancient ruins? It's all your guys' guess completely. And I'm thinking maybe eventually I'll do some, lore behind everything here, but for now I'm just building this this map, this server, into something that I hope will be epic. The grand scale of it, that's what I'm trying to aim for. So as I was saying, everything that you see in the server is made by myself, just with my own two hands. It's my own vision at the moment, and I'm really excited to eventually get the server out for you guys. I know it's going to be absolutely epic, just having all these diverse environments, the whole aspect of the realism, having to form alliances. And I'm thinking in the end, it's not going to be a total free roam. I know it's going to be a sandbox, so to say, but there is going to be eventually like an end goal to things. And I'm sort of thinking that there will be an end goal to server. It's going to take, a few months. It's going to take forging alliances, probably multiple alliances, if anything, to actually accomplish these goals. And I've got it all planned out in my head how it's going to be like, but I know it's going to take a lot of time still. So, for example, when you look at this thing that I made here, the Fight or Die, this took me absolutely ages, probably well over 20 hours, if anything. And I think it definitely reaped the benefits, didn't it? It looks absolutely amazing, right? So anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much summarizes everything that I wanted to show you. I'm sure there's probably other stuff that I've worked on that I haven't showed you, like other wee islands and such, but, they're quite insignificant at the moment. But anyway, guys, until the next update, I will catch you all later. Bye-bye.